Hi everybody, welcome back. Glad you could tune in again. This morning I want to talk with you a little about using our gifts to serve one another in the church and elsewhere. A couple of weeks ago in the Theology Book Pub on Thursday evening, we were looking at Calvin's Institutes of the Christian Religion, and in chapter 7 of book 3, Calvin says, just to paraphrase only a tiny bit, whatever gifts we have been given to us on this condition, that we use them to serve one another in the church and in the world. We have not been given gifts so that we may sit on them, or worry about them, or get anxious about them, or anything else. We have been given gifts so that we may serve one another within the church and in the world. This, of course, is a perfectly biblical sentiment. Think, for example, of 1 Peter 4, verse 10, where the apostle says, "Whoever has received a gift, let him use it as good stewards of God's varied grace." Think about that for a second. Stewards of God's varied grace, not owners. We don't get to decide whether or not it's a good idea to use these gifts. We're stewards. We have been told what to do. We don't own them. We are merely temporary receptacles of God's gifts to his church, and we're responsible, therefore, to serve in whatever way we possibly can. I think sometimes we get anxious a little bit about whether we have this gift or that gift, perhaps because we live in quite a highly professionalised society where we look in the world around us and we're used to things being done so very well that we start to wonder really whether this gift that I have, whatever it might be, is really so beneficial after all. I mean, if I'm not sure whether I'm so good at whatever it is I'm thinking about, how do I know I'm not going to be causing more damage by using it than by hiding it? Maybe I'd be better off hiding it. Well, that strikes me as a slightly odd sentiment. If one person asks you to serve in a particular way, that strikes me as a good enough reason to consider doing it, doesn't it? I mean, just think about the other things that you see around you at the moment. I'm very glad that somebody who does not consider that she has a gift for cutting my hair nonetheless cut it the other day. You look at it for yourself. My daughters were pointing out after that haircut, "Daddy, you seem to be a bit thin on top." Well, let me tell you that a non-professional haircut in the present circumstances beats no haircut. Or just think about these videos. Isn't it laughable? These two ministers making videos, ridiculous. What expertise do we have in this? Poor old Mr. Franklin desperately trying to remedy all the mistakes that I'm making with the wrong microphone and holding the camera in the wrong way and the wrong lighting and the wrong exposure and everything else. Well, I don't know. My assumption is that these amateurish videos are better than nothing in the present circumstances, aren't they? I suspect that so it is with all of the gifts that we may have. Whatever gift you have received, if one person asks you, that's a good indication that it might be needed and we are responsible to use it to serve one another. Think about that now in relation to your work, your siblings, your parents or your children, the church, the wider world. Are there things that one person has asked you to do, which, truth be told, you could do badly, and that'd be better than not doing it at all? God bless you all, and look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.